MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the New York Mets and the Kansas City Royals. It's Interleague Baseball on MLB Network. Phil Niekro, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
Into the box, Jackie Robinson. He will lead this one off today. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Popped him up. Killebrew over to his left. 1 out. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Focusing on this lineup, Matt, one thing jumps out at me. They are going to have to be good at situational hitting. The guy on the opposition right now on the bump has been throwing the ball great. He's not going to give him anything. I know in today's game everybody's trying to go deep, but I'm telling you, a good hit and run, taking that extra bag today might be the difference between winning and losing.
Now a knuckleball, and it's looked at for strike one. Should be in for a warm one this afternoon. 91 degrees, our first pitch temperature. The windup and the 0-1. To short. And boy, an error saver there at first if he kept his foot on the bag. He did. Oh, what a play for the second out.
First baseman number 35.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and in steps Big Frank. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Row, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. The Royals will get their chance now in a scoreless ball game. Tom Seaver gets the ball for the Mets in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, when you look up the definition of rock solid for a starting pitcher, this is your kind of guy. Career ERA under 3, just knows how to get it done. Controls the running game, limits the amount of damage, and more importantly, he knows how to win, and that's why it's going to be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Lifted the other way to left center. Lagares on the run, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. And the throw in gets away from him.
Hey, after the leadoff knock right there, you know what they say. You get that leadoff guy on, I don't care how it's done. He usually comes around to score. But let's tip our hat to the pitcher. He set the tone in the top of the first, retiring him in order.
Here's the Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Lagares. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Well, a chance now from the K to have a look at the starting 9 for these Royals. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Matty, I know I'm stating the obvious, but the middle of the order has to come through today. You got guys that are playing way above their pay grade on the periphery, and it's time for them to look and see the big boys do their job.
Striding in, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. On the move is Lofton. Now Jr. gets a hold of one to deep right. Over the bullpen and gone. Junior strikes for a 2-run shot as the Royals move out in front now 2-0.
Now that ball was an absolute tape measure blast. Probably one of the farthest home runs you'll see all season, and as Show Track tells us, it was projected at exactly 450 feet. That's one that'll make the highlight shows later on for sure. Into the box, Harmon Killebrew. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And the Royals have moved out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Standing in now, Mike Piazza as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw to Thomas is in time for the out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here is Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Here's the first pitch to him. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Line drive to left. Kiner will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Royals lead it 3-0. So striding forward now, Ralph Kiner, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this lead.
Hit high and deep out to left field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
So here's how the Kansas City Royals are positioned defensively. And the guy patrolling center field today, I can't emphasize this enough. If you want a good ball club, you better be strong up the middle. Center field being that main component with catcher, shortstop, and second base. This guy takes tremendous routes to the ball, strong and accurate arm, and just a leader on the field.
First offering on its way. And a knuckleball too low apparently. Jones makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Count even now at 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled off. 1-2, here it comes. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and in strides the familiar waddle of pop. Willie Stargell. First delivery to him on the way. High in the air into shallow left center. Banks has a play, and that's the 3rd out. So they go down without a whimper here. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. KC leads this one 3-0. At the plate, Ernie Banks.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good.
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Boy, that would look like a cinch extra base hit off the bat, but a terrific diving catch in left center field.
Next up is the Hall of Famer Jim Rice, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Floyd is there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Roberto.
Ready now, Roberto Alomar will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch on its way. Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
First pitch on its way. Very weakly on the ground. Alomar is off of first with 2 away. Line to the right side. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Stepping in now, Wade Boggs. Oh, that ball's driven into left center. This could be trouble. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And the runner will score from second. The relay. But he is in there with a 2-run double.
This thing was a double or more the second it left his bat. He really drove it well, and it ended up one hopping the wall out there. And more importantly, he picks up 2 RBI along the way.
Into the box now, Ken Griffey Jr. as it's grounded sharply to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We played 2 full. Royals out in front, 5-0. And welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from Kansas City as we get a nice shot of downtown there. Here's Juan Lagares. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Jackson has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. So 1 man gone for the Mets in the 3rd, and the free swinging Cliff Floyd will stand in. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
And it's fouled away. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the 3rd. And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a knuckleball that dances right over the outside corner for a strike. Hit on the ground is short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Harmon Killebrew. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hot shot to 3rd and handled for the first out.
Now batting.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Mike Piazza. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home 3rd.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Reggie Jackson. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back goes Lagares to the track, to the wall, and it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field as they pile on. It's now 6-0.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
In now, Bernie Banks.
The shortstop, Bernie
High
Banks.
fly ball out to straightaway center. Lagares is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Royals tack on 1 more on the strength of this solo home run. We're through 3 here at the K, and this is now a 6-0 ball game. So coming to the plate, Jackie Robinson. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
The windup and the 0-1. Knuckleball upstairs. Dangerous pitch taken for a strike.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
The 0-2 once more. Gets him looking up around the letters.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
First delivery to him on the way. That knuckleball dances over the inside corner.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
Knuckleball, and he can't pull the trigger. It's a called strike 3 for out number 2.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
So digging in now, Frank Thomas. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Striding into the box, Jim Rice. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Well, every pitcher gets to start the inning with a fresh slate, and he's out trying to put that last inning behind him. But he's got to be shaking his head right here. A leadoff double on the first pitch, and he's back in trouble again. Things just not going his way right now.
Into the box, Roberto Alomar. Lifted the other way to left center. Kiner's there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Throw behind him to second. Throw back to second, and that's a double play.
Oh, man, that's a total brain cramp out there on the bases. He might have thought it was going to get down, but you've got to be sure. Instead, they double him off, and that really changes this inning.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Floyd will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Royals bats are quiet there. They lead it 6-0. Next for the Mets, Ralph Kiner. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Line drive to left. Rice is there and he makes the catch for the out. Stepping into the box, Chipper Jones. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Alomar is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Willie Stargell. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Stepping into the box, Wade Boggs. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
Third baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Kiner's there. 1 out. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And here comes Junior. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Splash landing. It's into the fountains for a monster home run. A solo shot for Junior. His second home run of the game as this lead swells to 7-0.
I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on Show Track, because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Bert Blyleven gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Stepping in now, Harmon Killebrew.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field.
Robinson moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. Not what he had in mind before the day started. Digging in once again, Mike Piazza. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. And a big swing and a miss from Piazza as they jump ahead of him 0-2 here. Blyleven is up over 4,500 innings of work in his long career and logged in with an ERA in the low 3s. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. On the move is Lagares. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. But a run for the Royals here in the inning, and it came on this home run. Through 5 innings, it's the Royals 7 and the Mets nothing. Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Popped him up. Killebrew in foul ground. 1 down. Into the box now, Cliff Floyd comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Knuckleball taken there, and that'll even it up at 1. And it's 1-2. The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, catcher, Gary.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First delivery to him on the way. There's a knuckleball that he looks at cross right down Main Street for a strike.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
Fouled away. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. High in the air into shallow left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1, 2, 3. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Reggie Jackson. It was a solo shot for him in his last at bat. Here's the first pitch to him. And it's belted high and deep into right center. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
He's not going to complain, but he was thinking what the rest of us were thinking when that left his bat. Home run number 2. Didn't quite have enough, so he has to be content with the double.
Ready for another shot now, Ernie Banks. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. He's set, and the pitch. Reggie stands at second with no outs. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck. Now another 0-2. Here's a swing. High drive. Left field. Out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they push this lead up to 9 now. Fans are getting plenty of souvenirs today. That's the 5th ball we've seen clear the fence by just this one lineup alone.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night. But a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
He doubled up on the heater right there. First one, he blew right by him. Second one, timing was on point. He was able to get a hit.
Standing in now, Roberto Alomar, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. hit sharply on the ground. And Robinson will throw him out. One gone.
Now batting, the designated
So the
hitter,
lineup flips over and digging in, Kenny Lofton. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First offering on its way. To short, hit hard. And now from the air, a jump throw. And the throw will be too late as he couldn't get enough on it, and that'll score the run from third.
You know, Niekro, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. That's lifted the other way out to left. Kiner's there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. Standing in, Ken Griffey Jr. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now Jr. gets a hold of one to deep right. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, talk about having a day. 3 home runs in one game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game.
Into the box now, Harmon Killebrew. Line drive to center field. Lagares is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5. 7th inning coming up. It's the Royals 12 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Standing in, Jackie Robinson. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hard on the ground towards short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting,
Now at the plate, Robin Yount. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Looks at a knuckleball that finds the bottom of the strike zone.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 home. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal. Hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Into the box, Frank Thomas. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Behind 0-2 now. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Down in order go the Mets. Just about given up for dead. It's 12-0. Now to the plate, Mike Piazza will be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
Mike Piazza.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. There to take it is Chipper. And there's one down now. Settling in now, Reggie Jackson. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. One out, nobody on. Popped him up. Carter shading to his right. 2 down. Ready to take his hacks again, Ernie Banks, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
Now a curveball ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good-looking swing.
Next up is the Hall of Famer Jim Rice as he lines it out to center, and that's in there, base hit. Now a long throw home, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher standpoint, Dero. You get the first 2 out of the inning, the next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, and you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
Jacob deGrom comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. In now, Roberto Alomar, lifted down the line in left. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here comes the 0-1 towards second, and this is taken for the out. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Royals lead it 13-0. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Ralph Kiner. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp.
And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. And get your groove on. It's into the party porch for a home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center, but they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind. So he makes it through 7 innings, but they finally get to him for their first hit of the ball game here in inning number 8.
Yeah, Matty V, that just goes to show you how hard it is to pitch a no-no. Gets through 21 consecutive outs without getting up a hit, D-roll, but that wasn't the case here to start off the 8th.
Yeah, so much has to go into it. You need to be a little lucky, and you need to be a little good right there. Flip the script on the offensive standpoint. They've stayed with their approach, haven't come out of it, and hopefully this gets them jump-started.
0-2 to the Hall of Famer Chipper Jones. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Line drive, base hit.
Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did, and looking at it again on show track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that.
Stepping in now, Willie Stargell, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Chipper on at first, nobody out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Fouled off. And another foul ball. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
In there, strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Jones rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate. And the gap shortens, but still plenty of work to do. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
The catcher, number 8.
Ready for another chance? Gary Carter. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. He's set. Here it comes. There's a knuckleball bobbing and weaving right over the outside corner. Way behind a goofy knuckleball for strike 2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Liner toward right center. And that gets down as he can't get there in time. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
Now batting.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jackie Robinson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. And a high strike there, 0-1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. KC leads this one 13-3. Striding forward now is the DH, Kenny Lofton. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Kiner's there. 1 out. Here's the Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Flipped out the other way toward short. And that'll be the 2nd out.
The center fielder, number 24.
Digging in now for Kansas City, Ken Griffey Jr. And he's shooting for history here as he's homered 3 times in this one.
Talk about having a game of a lifetime. In his last at-bat, he hit his 3rd home run of the game. You know, walking up to the plate right now, he's thinking about hitting number 4.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Little tapper down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Royals go down on just 4 pitches, but you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. Digging in now, Robin Yount starting things for his side in the 9th. As they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Now in the box, Frank Thomas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Knuckleball upstairs. Dangerous pitch taken for a strike. Could have hit that with a 3-iron. A low knuckleball called for a strike. Bases are empty. One man out. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bouncer that rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. The next 0-2. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Standing in now, Ralph Kiner.
The last at bat, Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And now the crowd, estimated at over 29,000, come to their feet. Ripped down the first base line. And that is past him at first. It's a fair ball. He threw first and hustling for skin. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here. Hard to tell if it was fair or foul in real time, but you can see it flies right over the bag. Ump was all over it and made a great call.
Into the box, Chipper Jones. Hot shot on the ground is short. Gloved by Banks. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that. Going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
13-3 the final score. The Royals posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Niekro takes home the win. Tom Seaver allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
That is the ball game. 3 hours and 50 minutes. A reminder that Royals Express buses for downtown, Ground Center, Midtown,